MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell has released wild new details about his Hardee's FBI drive-thru experience that is just the kind of bonkers speculation you'd expect from the dyed mustache guy who thinks the Terminator's a documentary and Rocco is the future.
These attorneys, you guys, I only had a chance to take a shower and put my suit on. I've been tied up for hours on this stuff. So you're...
Have a shower and put my suit on. Come on, you know Tom Selleck's slow cousin does this in the wrong order. Gotta get my suit on, to get in the shower, to make a steak sandwich. This is how I do it. Nice and wet. It is pouring MAGA tears. Mike Lindell gives us a play-by-play about what coulda, shoulda, woulda happened when he was prowling for random Hardee's in muddy jogging pants. Plus, I have a laugh with the latest and stupid, including Lauren Boebert on Twitter, MTG and Alex Jones' conspiracy thoughts on the Queen, Donald Trump's bigly imagination, and more. The Craigslist Bikini Car Wash Reject tweeted, "Illegals from Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua are arriving in droves at our southern border. Great clue for how socialism is going." Naturally, I replied, "Are they also arriving in droves through the largest undefended land border in the world? You know, from the massive socialist country where your side hustle Ted Cruz was born and raised? Keep up the great detective work, burnt bulb."
From morning till night, I don't know anybody that works harder. I mean, from morning till night. 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. in the morning.
It's no shocker that the guy who claims to be a card counter and thinks there's 60 in a deck also has trouble with clocks.
I want you to all think of this. If this would have happened at night, this is the scary part. I've actually kind of got going, wow. What if this happened at night? Where the car pulls up like this, one like this and one behind me. No markings whatsoever. It wasn't what you see in the movies, like a black sedan with black sunglasses, and they got little FBI coats on.
First off, please stop thinking movies are real life. Secondly, what films is Bargain Bin Burt Reynolds watching where FBI vehicles have jackets and sunglasses? Because I want to see these. Or is that what he thought he saw thanks to his polluted pillow brain?
No, these were all different cars. You would have never, ever thought that they were law enforcement of any type.
Thanks to our Soros Trudeau Panda Express camera, we have a visual on what Mike faced in the drive-thru. They really got him by surprise. Nothing like the movies.
Well, pulling up and back and behind me, I would have done one thing at night, and that would have been bash these two cars out of the way with my pickup truck and head on a high-speed chase and to try and find law enforcement that I knew was law enforcement.
This is insane. He would have bashed the cars and then sped through town in his pickup truck at high speeds with guns and dead ducks in the back, looking for cops that he would probably doubt were the actual police anyhow.
And that's scary when you think about it. They still did it in broad daylight, but if I hadn't really, I've been in situations before, I stepped out of my truck and said, "Who are you and what do you want?" And I said it loud enough to draw the attention of people in the parking lot and inside the drive-through.
I guarantee he just said this to the drive-through speaker. He was massively confused by the voice emitting from the mystery box beneath the menu, and he needed to get to the bottom of it.
"Welcome to Hardee's. How can I help you?"
Who are you and what do you want?
"Can you say that again, please?"
Who are you and what do you want?
Defeated former President Donald Trump doubled the Depends to sit on a small tacky chair that was pushed to the limit for a bizarre slow-pitch softball shoulder rub interview with Sean Hannity. Look at this ridiculous potato sack.
So let me ask you this question, because I think this is the next logical question, because the President of the United States, you, unlike, say, Hillary Clinton in her case,
right,
a president has the power to declassify.
Correct.
Okay. You had said on Truth Social a number of times you did declassify.
I did declassify, yes.
Okay. Is there a process? What was your process to declassify?
There doesn't have to be a process, as I understand it. You know, there's different people say different things, but as I understand, there doesn't have to be. If you're the President of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it, because you're sending it to Mar-a-Lago or to wherever you're sending it.
To wherever you're sending it. If Donald Trump could do things just by thinking about it, he'd have started with Ivanka. How anyone can see this utter unicorn wank and think, that's my guy, is inconceivable. But his crowd is, well...
I'm going to tell you why I support President Trump. He is a problem solver. In fact, I'm amazed of his genius.
Slow down. Honestly, if I sped this video up 5 times, his brain wouldn't even be full Bobert. Donald Trump may seem like a genius, but it's not hard to be the smartest man in the room when your crowd are the NyQuil chicken type.
Phone, I'd rather be arrested. Kurt, you can testify to that. I was telling him to arrest you. You're not taking my phone. Kurt was on the phone. Kurt, didn't I? When you got on the phone and I said, what was your thought when I was running through your head? You probably thought I wasn't giving up my phone. I was going to get arrested, correct?
My thought was, how do I keep you out of jail?
It wasn't long ago that Tom Selleck's slow cousin claimed he could have been a lawyer, and now we can add a testify to his brilliant legal mind along with defamation and lawsuits. Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. The deep state boss woman had her fake funeral this week, and we are not falling for any of the Oliver Twist moves that they are playing on us from across the pond. This is all a simulation, folks, designed to take away our flat earth freedoms. I have it on good authority that there was not an open casket, and again, this is a genuine deep cover leak from someone I know who used to know someone who worked for the guy that knows someone's cousin's friend's dog walker who was a production assistant on a Timothy Dalton James Bond film. They are keeping QE2 in a cryogenic cyber facility at Castlevania, Manchester. King Charles is just a decoy operative while an elite team of scientists from Israel, Canada, and Chinatown coordinate to upgrade Elizabeth so she can rule forever with space laser eyes, robot arms, and more. It is going to be next level stuff, and be prepared for a series of major world events that you cannot explain. MTG is learning a martial art, and her going all Cobra Kai is the hottest thing since our AOC cardboard cutout mock mail slot that we take turns with. Oh, yeah. And with that blonde hair, she is a solid Johnny Lawrence. Sure, there's been complaints that MTG cannot properly train while wearing foot coverings and that she needs a raw grip on the mat. And I remind her that she can sweep my leg and take my Miyagi Ding Dong to Japan and back, but I cannot be exposed to her left in the Las Vegas sun, semi-digested FDA, unapproved turkey attached to hammered Spam can heels, Klingon forehead ankles with sleeper cell stapled kebab shop window meat trimmings. Then I will go bonsai mogwai on her. Bonsai mogwai. Because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
He looks in the back of the truck, sees all the guns back there from duck hunting. He goes, I can't, I goes, are you sure you can go hunting and have a gun with your past? I go, what? I said, have you read my book? If he read my book, he would know my past of being an ex-addict, crack cocaine, and so on. But there was nothing that said I could not go hunting or have a gun. And that offended me right there. And then he said,
if the only thing stopping you from ramming other vehicles was the time of day, that's enough to say you should not be allowed to own firearms, and your brain is as torched as Trump steak in one of your sandwiches.
Today afternoon, FBI agents apprehended a man called Mike Lindell at a Hardee's drive-thru in Minnesota, and they seized his personal cell phone, the one he does business on.
His personal cell phone, the one he does business on. Does this Swanson TV dinner air with brown Mitch McConnell hair ever listen to himself? He's trying to make a pity party for Mike Pillow while saying he put all of his rotten eggs in a stone basket.
I thought these are bad guys and not fans, if you know what I mean. This wasn't somebody wanting a picture, I'll tell you that. That's what, so that...
No sane person gets stopped by law enforcement and thinks, they could be fans. They just want a selfie. Donald Trump took to Truth Social to complain that Biden did not have good seats and his would have been so much better.
This is what happened to America in just 2 short years. No respect. However, a good time for a president to get to know the leaders of certain third world countries. If I were president, they wouldn't have sat me in the back there, and our country would be much different than it is right now. Much different.
There are 56 countries in the Commonwealth, and the USA is not one of them. 15 of those countries had the Queen as their head of state, 5 have their own monarchs, 36 are republics, and they all have priority along with the large royal family and others. If you were president, and you admit to not being one here, which is another lovely cell phone, Diaper Don, you would not be sat in the back or the front. You'd be in the parking lot with Rudy Giuliani selling t-shirts.
They didn't get out like it would have maybe, like I say, if this would have happened at night, I would not have got out of that vehicle. I would have rammed through, and it would have escalated into something really bad, because I would have been searching for law enforcement when in fact they were supposed to be the law enforcement.
Who here is so disappointed this didn't happen at night? This could have been OJ Ford Bronco. Amazing. Total letdown.
We are the party of hard-working blue-collar Americans.
Says the guy with hands softer than his dad's diaper and another down-to-earth outfit that he had his assistant cut the tags off moments before taking the stage.
And that's what Joe Biden is doing. I've never seen somebody try to engage voters by enraging them, by alienating them, and it's not going to work.
Trump's counselor and campaign manager out there pretending the guy who demonized liberals, amplified conspiracy theories, led arenas in lock-her-up chants, and encouraged an insurrection never enraged voters. This guy enemy for making fun of Trump, you've been warned. MAGA tears. Probably has a coexist bumper sticker on his Japanese car. MAGA tears. Is this supposed to comedy? Didn't think so. MAGA tears. Pizza basement frequenter. I know it. MAGA tears. Thanks so much for watching. Help me out by sharing this video or posting it on your social media. It'll cost you nothing and makes a huge difference for me. If you can afford to, please hit the super thanks button or tip me via PayPal, and be sure to check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries. I've supported Jim Jefferies on 5 of his tours. I have 3 albums on Spotify and Apple Music. Be sure to check them out. Life's short. Be cool, be kind, take care.